Hi guys, is the BBC something like the Catholic Church? We've seen over the years how high-profile figures in the organisation have engaged in both bad behaviour and illegal activities, not just go unpunished, but there seems to be an attempt to view the actions of these individuals as damaging to the brand of the organisation, which must be protected. Here journalist Adam Bolton, who has operated in commercial outlets like Sky News, clashed with former BBC director Alan Yentob over how someone like Huw Edwards was seen as someone to be protected, not punished. Have a listen.
Wow. I just wonder if you know why the BBC didn't take seriously the initial complaint, and then once the Sun had exposed it, why the BBC didn't at that point speak to Huw Edwards, both of which
the BBC consulted the police about it and reported it, so it's not as if they ignored it.
But this is about this is misconduct.
The bar was not about criminality. This is the defence. The bar was about allegations of bad behaviour, and we as journalists have, in all sorts of walks of life, have exposed people for bad behaviour which falls well short of criminality.
Adam, for you to talk about commercial organisations when the story of News Corporation in relation to hacking has been so extreme and they've been denied it.
And has been fully reported on Sky News.
Only after a long time.
No, at the time.
I don't
actually
like this
ahead
differentiation
of the BBC.
Between the commercial organisations being...
The point is, I think there is a structural fault with the BBC, which is when an allegation is made against individuals working for it, you take it as a corporate insult to the BBC, whereas I think in commercial organisations, they see it as a liability which they have to deal with, and that is the difference.
I'm sorry, I don't agree. And I would say that the BBC recently, it's made two decisions with
Jay Blaze
and James, and they have taken swift action.
And so maybe that's because they have learned.
Yes, they have learned something.
I think Adam Bolton is correct here when he says, at least in the past, I don't know if the BBC has changed since then, but at least in the past, we had seen how it seems to protect individuals because it's protecting the good name or the reputation of the BBC. And this is, as I said, a bit like the Catholic Church. There are problematic people in the organisation. Instead of actually dealing with those as individuals, what we do is we protect the name of the organisation. The organisation, the reputation of that organisation trumps individuals and what they've been doing. Now, there seems to be very little talk about the victims involved here. Huw Edwards' victims. Why are we not talking about them? Because there's a victim here. There's a perpetrator and there's a victim. And, you know, a lot of this discussion is surrounding whether the BBC knew what they were doing about it. And this is important. But we've yet to hear an official apology, as far as I know, from the BBC and from Huw Edwards into what happened. But coming back to the point raised by Adam Bolton, it seems, at least in the commercial sector, if somebody is creating problems, that person is removed immediately. Doesn't matter who they are. Wrongdoing is punished. While in the BBC, until recently, hopefully this has changed, the focus was on we need to protect the reputation of the organisation, the BBC. And when that happens, when that is the narrative, when that is the driving force, of course they're not going to punish individuals because it would create problems for the organisation. It would be embarrassing. And high-profile figures, it seems, would be protected. We've been down this road before, so we hope that things will change now. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.